The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. Tonight, Gilas Pilipinas' FIBA World Cup campaign begins with their first game against the Dominican Republic. Can our national team beat a powerhouse? Find out in this story.
13 players joined Gilas Pilipinas' training last night at the Smart Araneta Coliseum on the eve of the FIBA World Cup. The team still brought in Chris Newsome, the last cut to finalize the 12-man roster of the national team for the World Cup. The Philippine squad admits their first game against Dominican Republic will be a tough task given that the opponents have NBA star Karl Anthony Towns, which is why Pinoy fans, dubbed as the sixth man, will be even more crucial in the matchup.
One thing is for sure, we will need the support and the prayers of the crowd. I think that's very, very important. We have to be able to punch above our weight.
Aside from Towns, Golden State Warriors guard forward Lester Quiñones will also banner the Dominican Republic squad. The team recently defeated Canada in a tune-up game before flying to the Philippines. Despite the tall order, Gilas head coach Reyes is confident that his players will give their 100% effort. This is also despite criticism about the Gilas program, especially after Reyes was brought back in as chief tactician.
I'm very thankful because I've been immune to it because I'm not in social media anymore. So that alone has already a big way of blocking the distraction, right?
To contain Towns, Gilas' big man will have to stand taller more than ever. Veterans Junmar Fajardo and team captain Japeth Aguilar will headline Gilas' front line, along with young bloods Kai Soto and AJ Edu. Reyes considered this ironic because the international game has shifted to a small ball play style, which coincided with the Philippines now fielding a taller team.
I think having an inside presence is still very, very important because every team we will face is going to have a strong, tough inside guy. So that's how important, and nobody tougher than the first game. That's going to be the role and the value of our front line.
For veteran sports analyst Kenito Henson, outside shooting will be key, particularly from beyond the arc.
The evolution of the game has become a three-point shooting contest. The whole game of the international scene now is predicated on defending the perimeter. So I think it's important that every time we have an open look, we cannot hesitate to pull the trigger. Once that opening is there, tira tayo.
Aside from this, each member of the team should also be able to understand their respective roles, from Jordan Clarkson to the locals.
Not one man can win a game for us, but I think it's going to be a team effort. If everybody knows their role, Jordan Clarkson knows his role, Japeth Aguilar, etc., then I think we're going to have a very competitive game against the Dominican Republic, even if they have Karl Anthony Towns.
Gilas faces the Dominicans later tonight at 8 p.m. at the Philippine Arena in Bulacan. Gilas games can be viewed in TV5, One Sports, One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live app.
One sports commentator is confident that Team Pilipinas will put up a great fight tonight. In an interview with Sa Totoo Lang, Charlie Cuna said that Gilas will try their best to defeat world number 25 Dominican Republic. That's despite the fact that the Philippines is 17 slots below the nation in the FIBA men's ranking. Cuna is calling on Pinoy basketball fans watching the game at the Philippine Arena, cheer as loudly as you can.
May home crowd tayo, ganado-ganado at nakandang-handa yung ating kupunan to give them a run for their money. We have a bunch of good players as well. So sana talagang mag-shine yung ating mga manlalaro. We want to break that record, but not just that. We want to cheer loudly. Kailangan maingay talaga tayo. Hindi pwedeng ganyan-ganyan lang yung palakpak.
We're taking a quick pause. One News Now brings you more stories from the FIBA World Cup after this break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. Basketball fans continue to arrive at the Philippine Arena for the opening day of the FIBA World Cup. To tell us the latest there, we have mobile journalist Francis Orsho. Francis, how is the P2P trip going to the Philippine Arena?
Mase, basketball fans only have good things to say as they rode the free point-to-point buses going to the Philippine Arena for the FIBA World Cup 2023. They said that the ride was smooth and convenient. We also hopped on the P2P going to the Philippine Arena at exactly 11 in the morning. The first bus departed from SM Mega Mall. Aside from free ride, the bus is also air-conditioned and has a large sitting space. Mega Mall is one of the 12 P2P terminals going to Philippine Arena. Availing the free ride is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just visit the link to register and to secure bus seats. After your registration, go to your chosen bus terminal and show your event ticket to the assigned bus coordinator. So for those who are availing the free ride, there are 12 pickup points all over Metro Manila, Pampanga, and Bulacan. Meanwhile, those who will go here to the Philippine Arena, some items are strictly prohibited. These are water jugs, large bags, umbrellas, laptops, and tablets, among others. Mase, the P2P bus coordinators also guarantee the passengers that they will not just get free ride going to the arena, they will also be returned where they were picked up. Mase?
Thank you for those updates. That was mobile journalist Francis Orsho. Meantime, here are the other stories we're watching this Friday, August 25. Senator Risa Ontiveros and former Blue Ribbon Committee Chair Richard Gordon welcomed the recent development in the Pharmaly mess. The ombudsman had recommended the filing of graft charges against government officials and executives of the pharmaceutical firm, including former Budget Undersecretary Lloyd Christopher Lau. A series of Senate hearings earlier found that Pharmaly was awarded multi-billion peso contracts to supply COVID-19 test kits, despite questions on its resources. The Interagency Council Against Trafficking clarified that no requirements were added to its guidelines for outgoing tourists. In fact, the council said they even quickened the process for Filipinos going abroad. Under the new guidelines, immigration officers will only check 4 documents, but it still depends on whoever is traveling. These are passport, appropriate valid visa, boarding pass, and confirmed return or round-trip ticket. The revised guidelines will be in effect starting September 3. In the United States, former President Donald Trump was seen scowling as he posed for mugshot. That's after he surrendered to authorities in Georgia over the charges that he illegally scammed to overturn the 2020 elections. This is a first for Trump, who did not have to sit for a photograph for his 3 other criminal cases. One News Now will be back at 6 p.m. with more stories. I'm Maricel Halili. Again, the FIBA World Cup has officially kicked off today. Support Gilas, support Team Pilipinas. Watch the biggest sport events of the year.